What up, Internet? Coach Denny here. Just got back from a 9-mile run. Man, I'm feeling great. But I'm not gonna lie, there were some ups and downs in this run, and that's what I want to talk about today. It's not always gonna be easy. In fact, it's supposed to be hard sometimes. I'm watching the show Get Shorty right now on, I think it's an MGM production. I'm watching it through Amazon. And a great quote, the director, it's a movie about mobsters, but they end up in Hollywood in film production, and they brought in this eccentric producer, and he said, the thing that makes a great story, a great compelling story, is the intersection of love and pain, of that pursuit of love and the struggle that inevitably comes along with that. And that's it. I mean, that is a fitness journey, right? Fitness journey is about loving yourself. And you can't shy away from the lows. You can't shy away from the struggles. That's actually what makes it beautiful. It's what makes it worthy. It's supposed to be hard. Now, I'm talking about ways to do it that it feels great and it feels easy. You enjoy the process, but it can't always be, and you should welcome the challenges. That's how you know it's a worthy cause. I'm gonna, real quick, I'm gonna take some creatine. Got the Sculpt Nation creatine. I've never done a dry scoop before, a raw dog, whatever it's called, but man, I struggle to take my creatine. Creatine it's definitely like the best sports supplement you could take, or at least it's the most no-brainer, right? Like, it's a fuel for your muscles, it's a fuel for your brain. It gives strength, it gives endurance, it gives energy, improved body composition, why not? Let's try it, raw dog. Ooh, this is scary. I don't know, I've never done this before. That was actually good. That's the way to do it. I never like taking my creatine. By the way, all you ever need is creatine monohydrate. It's the only creatine. All creatine is the same. Creatine monohydrate. But it's always just like a flavorless white powder. Which, if you're religious, with protein shakes, it's easy. You add your creatine to the protein shake. But I'm not drinking a lot of protein shakes. I'm actually kind of playing with the sugar diet right now. We'll see how long it lasts, whatever. Talked about that in another video. But this fruit punch flavor makes it so easy. It's good with water. And man, I just raw scooped it. Easy. Great. So I went out on this run today, and I noticed, right, like on the run, I'm kind of like right now chasing the runner's high. I used to get, back in the day when I ran marathons, I used to get into the flow state. I used to get to the runner's high every single time so easily. And that's not always the case. So I notice I'm finding myself chasing that. And, I'm getting it, little bits here and there. But I think, first of all, I think you can't force it. You can't chase that. And also, I think, this applies to running, this applies to the whole fitness journey. What makes it feel easy or enjoyable is 100% your mindset. So if you're going into it hoping that everything's gonna feel great, that you're gonna be walking on clouds the whole time, you're probably gonna be let down, right? You have to kind of expect it to be hard, and that's what allows you to feel the high when it comes. And you can ride the high more because you almost don't see it coming. And I think maybe like when I first started running was so hard that when it started to feel easy, I would get these incredible highs. So like, man, I'm doing it, right? And now I'm expecting for every run to just feel like I'm floating. You can't expect that. If you expect it to be hard, then when you're feeling good, it will feel that much better. And today was, the perfect analogy of highs and lows. Started off feeling really sluggish. The volume, this is a super high volume week. Legs felt like lead. Then I sort of started to feel light, hit that rhythm. And then I was getting hot, I was getting thirsty, I didn't bring water with me. whatever, this is kind of slowed down. It was just like a lot of ups and downs. And this is what I hear about ultra running, about like Courtney Dahl-Walter, listen to her talk about running the 100 milers, anybody who's run 100 mile plus, whatever. It's, you have to embrace the highs. Well, look forward to the highs, but you have to embrace the lows. You have to know that neither one of them last. The lows won't last, the highs won't last, and there's going to be some in between as well. And you just have to take it all in stride. If you take it all in stride and keep going, that's what tells about your character. That's what makes it worthy. I coach so many people, and it's always a blend of people who thrive through the boring parts, through the plateaus, through the hard parts, but they trust the process. And then there's always people who give up right when it's not challenging, or right when this doesn't feel all that fun or as good as I thought it was gonna feel, right? Whether they say that explicitly. And that tells everything about your character. I try not to judge anybody or any client, but it's hard not to a little bit, right? When you quit, it tells me about your character. Now, if you quit and you say, I found something I like better, and I'm doing it, I'm doing something amazing for myself, cool, more power to you. You don't have to, if you don't like bodybuilding, you don't have to keep going bodybuilding. If me like leaving CrossFit lately, maybe that's forever. Maybe it's for 2 months and I want to go right back to CrossFit, but I'm not quitting up. I'm not giving up on myself. I'm just doing something different. That I respect. But when you give up on yourself, man, come on. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is that drama that we love to watch on TV. The struggle in pursuit of love, of fame, fortune, whatever it is. It's only worthy and interesting because of the struggle. Man, this is the realization I had on my run today. And that's when I used to hit flow state, part of it was like creativity. I would have the best thoughts come to me, the most clarity. And that's what came to me today. So I'm trying to do these videos always after my run or my bike, because I feel like I have really good thoughts out there. One of my struggles, I think, and this is another part of it, is you have to commit to the goal and embrace it. Sometimes we like the idea of a goal, but we never fully embrace what comes with it. This is what I'm trying to get. I have a goal of excelling at sprint triathlon at the Worlds in Australia this October. And there's sacrifice that comes with it. The story of love and pain and sacrifice, it's the most human story. It's God's story. If you're Christian, it's probably in other religions too. It's the core of the human story. And, you know, what I'm finding is if I'm serious, if I really do care about this triathlon goal, I have to give up, I have to sacrifice certain things that I've been attached to. I've been attached to muscle, like I love squatting and all this strength stuff, and it's not that I have to give it up forever, but I have to maybe give it up right now. Because if I'm gonna be able to handle the volume of running and biking that I wanna do, I'm not gonna be setting any squats. And in fact, I can't afford any of the fatigue, and really for me, unfortunately, it's an age thing, the achiness in the hips and the knees. If I was younger, if you're younger, maybe you can do it. That's cool, and be that hybrid athlete, but you have to be real about who you are and keep refining, keep revising, and just do the things that support your goal. Go through that struggle, embrace the highs and the lows, embrace sacrifice, and it'll be worthy. It will be worth it. So I do need to keep some leg strength. need to keep some glute strength, need to keep some mobility. So I'll be just doing basically lunging as my low body. Still kind of figuring out where to do it. I think like right now, just like some body weight after a lunge, be some good post running mobility before I stiffen up. Maybe just some light squatting. I'm not trying to really be super mobile. Yeah, so, and you can still have room for a little fun, a little vanity. I'm still hitting my bicep curls, still hitting my bench press, and that's what it's all about. So that's my message today. Physique update yesterday. Yeah, so y'all don't believe me because I'm in this shitty lighting, but let's see if the sun helps at all. Physique update. Yesterday on the InBody scan, let's raise that up. Said I was 12% body fat. Now I'll say, you guys tell me, what do you think I'm really at? I think those body scans are probably a little off. Maybe I'm really actually 14, 15, but I'm making progress, and that's all that matters. That scan is trending down, so whatever, you know, we'll take that trend. We'll take that trend as far as we can take it, you know. When I get below 10, if y'all still say I'm 12, then we'll go to 8. And if y'all still say I'm 10, we'll go to 6, right? Like, realistically, I'm going to lose some performance at a certain body fat percentage. This is awesome video quality here. But, so we can go a little bit off of feel with that. But the fact is I'm engaged in the process. Mostly volume of training is what's going to get rid of the fat for me. And I'm just trying to maintain decent amount of muscle, but again, I might have to sacrifice some muscle in the process of achieving my desire to be a really fast triathlete. We should have done the leg flex out in the sun. Yeah, I want to hear, what do you guys think I'm at? And tell me what you think about what I said about pain, love, and struggle. Love yourself. All right, love yourself. That's what I got. Peace out.